instrumental sounds so crazy too. Watch this. Let me do this straight Jokic. Little punk.
How long have you lived here?
About like 5 years. 5 years now. Pretty nice spot. I just like always have a lot of family over, so I thought I'd get a spot where, like, you know, when we all wanted to stay, everybody's comfortable and has enough room. And then, like, you know, the pandemic happened, so I decided to build all this stuff in the backyard because I have 2 nephews, a niece, like my daughter. You want like an apple too for lunch or anything? Huh? I got you 2 sandwiches, but I think. What? What? How am I gonna get that? Nah. I'm good on that. 2 sandwiches, you're good. Maybe some fruit. Oatmeal cream pie, like that just sounds horrible. I used to be in a rap group when I was in high school.
Yeah.
But like I didn't want to rap or anything because I was trash. But me and my boys were just coming up with names. And one of my boys came up with a name and I was like, I thought it was more fitting for me than him. So I kind of swiped it from him. Made more sense for me since I was like the producer. So he was like an R&B singer. It wouldn't make sense for an R&B singer to be named Boi-1da, you know this.
Does it have any heroic meaning to it?
Yeah, it does. It's like, I think that's like, they call Robin from Batman that, which is like a sidekick. And it kind of makes sense because, like, you know, being a producer, you're kind of like a sidekick to an artist. You know, so yeah, like, you know, I kind of made sense out of it. For me, it's like, when you have kids, you got to just find out what they gravitate towards, what they're good at, and then just push them towards that. That's what I feel like that's what all kids need. And you know, the reason why some kids get lost in the sauce and just end up doing stupid stuff because, you know, their parents don't pay attention to that, and they just don't. Some parents just don't care. Like some parents literally just do their thing and they let their kids do their thing. And it gets chaotic like that, you know. All right.
Do you have a favorite thing about your dad?
Well, I just like playing Connect 4 gaming now.
Shut up, nerd.
Connect 4 the most competitive game you guys play, or the other ones?
We play like all kinds of games. Like we'll play basketball too against each other. We'll play like Xbox games. We're just me and her. We like to compete. We play card games against each other. Monopoly Deal, golf. It's always something competitive happening between us. All right, shit. Love you. All right, be good. You didn't say. Oh, okay. She didn't say bye to you guys, but whatever. These kids, man. I started like seriously making music in about 9th grade, and like that's really all I cared about. Like I was literally in school doing other stuff, but I didn't really give a shit about nothing. But I'm just in school and I have to do this stuff because my parents are telling me I gotta go to school, just like I'm telling my kid that she has to go to school. You know, I don't think she's figured out what she wants to do yet, but she's really good at soccer and sports, so we just do that. But like at the time, like I knew what I wanted to do. I was like, I wanted to be a music producer. You know, I had like a tough time because my mom was very, and I don't blame her because she did it out of love. You know, my mom was very like, yo, you need to go to school, you need to get this, you need to get a trade, you need to, and my dad was kind of like, yeah, you should do that, but like if you really feel passionate about this music thing that you're doing, go for it, but have a backup plan. He'd always tell me that I have a backup plan. I had zero backup plan, man. I was literally like, if I don't make it in music, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna work some simple job at a factory or something somewhere.
So you would say your parents were supportive of your endeavors?
They're supportive, but you know, my parents came up from Portmore in the slums in Jamaica, third world country down there. You know, so it's like music, like that doesn't sound realistic. You know, so it's like I don't ever blame her or I'm ever upset at her. She actually did it out of love. I love my mom so much. She's a huge supporter of what I'm doing and a huge help to everything I'm doing. Like right now, my mom is like, I tell her all the time, like my mom, like, yo, without your help and the way you raised me and my dad raised me, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So
was there a point particularly that you remember where your parents realized that you were doing it big?
I think my parents, I remember the day, so I got my first publishing check. It was a pretty big publishing check. And I remember my dad, just out of curiosity, I was like, how much money do you have left to pay for the house, like for our house? And I remember going to the bank with my dad and giving him the sheet and saying, hey, this is for the house. And I remember him looking at the sheet, and I just remember him looking at it like, he's just like, it's like he couldn't even believe it. Like, he's like, nah. Like, his whole face was like, nah, I'll never forget that day. He was like, nah, this is crazy, you know? So I think that day was when he realized, because, my dad worked hard my entire life, man. I only seen my dad working always, like overtime. Sometimes I wouldn't even see my dad. He worked so much overtime, So, to see that happen, and even also, I think it was like maybe like 6-7 years ago, I retired him. And I also did the same thing where he went into work, and then they're like, you don't work here anymore. And he's like, huh? And he's like, yeah, I ended up paying for his retirement. Like, he had some, I guess, I don't know how it works, but you have to like pay for it. And I ended up paying for it, and he's retired, and he's been retired since. And I just remember his face too. Like, he's just like, damn, like, shit's crazy. So, those are feelings and memories I'll never forget. Cause, man, I love my dad. He's done so much for me as well. So, yeah.
This guy is really a good guy. I'd run up about 100 grand in debt, in credit carrying. And I'll never forget when this guy got his thing, he said that, I'm gonna pay off your debt. And I'm saying, no, you can't do that. Because the money you got, you gotta be able to finance yourself, travel, go where you're going. For how long, I don't know, before you make that money. And you're gonna need, and he said, Dad, don't worry about it. I seen the struggle you went through, I see all of that. And he just cleared after that. And and that's something I can't forget. Okay. Yeah.
How did that feel?
That's a weight off your that's a weight off. Give me a minute. Pause. I'm just gonna. I'll be right here. Yeah.
So which one's this one?
This is a Juno. It's like the Canadian Grammy, basically. Then this is a Grammy.
Seeing it in person, is it a crazy experience?
Yeah, it is. I didn't know it was that heavy. These are a shitload of ASCAP awards. Yeah, I did a song on Donda, and I did a song with Kanye called Real Friends, Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign. That's like one of my most memorable sessions, man. He was just, his energy was just crazy, and then he had like a whole meeting. He had like so much things going on, bro, and then after he had a meeting, and he like, some people came to show him something, and then like I just seen them like storm out, like angrily, like I don't know what he said to them, but it was probably something pretty funny, but it was cool, man, just working with Ye, man. He's a very special guy. He left before us. He had abruptly said, yo, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna see you guys, man. We're gonna get up, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna hit my manager, I'm gonna get you guys out to Paris with me, and we're gonna work on Life of Pablo or whatever. Bro, I'm packing my stuff up. I go downstairs, I see all this commotion. Bro, I hear like people rapping like super loud. I go and there's like a huge crowd, and Kanye's like rap battling King Los. This is a little studio that I'm building in here. It's almost done, it's not quite there yet. It's coming along. They're doing the electric stuff today. And yeah, it's coming along. Got to put the speakers in place, get all the rigs set up. And yeah, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna be doing all my stuff. I don't wanna see my awards. I don't like to see them at all. I wanna feel like I don't have anything. It's a little messy in here, but because of the studio stuff. I put all my studio stuff in here, but it's like a lot of plaques and whatnot. Well, I got my picture of Timbo covered up. I had to move this. Got like all my favorite producers, pictures of them. To me, they're all meaningful because like I love all the stuff that I've done, but I think this looks the best.
Yeah.
This is like the best looking plaque. For sure. It's a great album. It's a great album. Travis, Eminem. I really like working with Kendrick, Cole. Dude, those guys are really hands-on and fun to work with. Drake's really fun to work with because, you know, this guy's always going to make the fucking craziest song ever. Like, he just always kills it. But I'm not gonna lie, that Kanye session was pretty memorable, man. It was just like, you know, because growing up, wanting to be like Kanye, seeing Kanye, and then after just being in the studio with him, and like he's just exactly how you expected him to be in the studio.
What inspired the shoes though? Because it says 86 BPM on the back.
Yeah, that's like my favorite, one of my favorite tempos, and that's like the hip hop tempo. Like that's like the best tempo to rap to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like rapping tempo. So I did a collab with Kevin Durant. He reached out because he did a producer series for his KD 15s.
Yeah.
And he got me, Cardo, and Ninth Wonder to do the first producer edition for shoes because, you know, KD is very tapped into the producer community and the scene. He produces himself, he raps too. So, you know, he gave me the opportunity to design my own version of the KD 15s. So these are it. And I put 86 BPM on the back of it.
Have you guys made beats?
We haven't made beats yet, but we have a bunch of songs though.
He raps too?
Yeah, he raps.
Oh, that's crazy.
So he rapped on like a few of my beats like years ago, but right now I'm just focused on my project and what I'm working on. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is your project?
So I'm just compiling a bunch of songs with like a lot of people's favorite artists. And what I plan to do is put a lot of people on songs together that you wouldn't expect to be on songs. Just do some creative stuff, man. You know, like I feel like music is in a place right now where it's like lacking creativity badly. Everybody's doing a lot of cookie cutter stuff. So I just want to bring the fun back into music and the creativity because I feel like it's a little stagnant right now, especially in hip hop. I've made so much music, bro. Like if you look on my Spotify playlist, it's like 4 hours long of like the songs I produced. I think the playlist is called Written by Boi-1da. I think it has everything with the name Matthew Samuels. And it's like almost 5 hours of music or something like that, which is like hundreds of songs. You know, it's like you can't even like yeah, it's too much. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Great. Could I get that Spider-Man too? Please.
Spider-Man 2, absolutely.
Let me see what's going on over here, man. There's probably some stuff I'd probably get.
You have a Boi-1da figure yet?
Nah, I should work on doing that. That'd be hard.
Yeah, I feel you. What type of suit would you have?
Shit, nothing too tight. Makeshift setup right here. Let's play some beats. Drake made that beat. Like, you know, he made it. Him making the song, like, that was one of those cases where it was like, sometimes people are like, oh, like, yo, like, the beat made the song. Like, he made the beat. Like, he killed the beat. Like, that's what made the song great.
How did that song come about?
I'm not gonna lie to you, sheer frustration, you know? Like, I was around the time of Take Care, he's almost done the album. I was sending him the craziest beats that I thought were the craziest, and he wasn't really reacting to anything. So I kind of was like, yo, I'm gonna make this quick ass beat. Like, fuck all this shit, I'm frustrated. I'm gonna make this quick beat, and I don't care. I'm just gonna send it to him. Like, I'm low-key like gonna make a beat that I don't care about, and I sent it, and he's like, yo, this is crazy. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, there it goes. I just had to reload it. Crazy. Pretty good now, you know. The song was insane, so you know, and brought everything together. Cause my bro. He also makes fire beats too. He's a crazy producer.
Yes, I do.
He started a few years ago, but he's already like pretty damn good and getting a lot of songs with a lot of artists. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's lit.
Super proud of this guy, man. He's been going crazy, man.
Do you guys collaborate a lot?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Frequently.
Yeah, pretty frequently.
That's the best.
You know, he's always upstairs and he's always motivating me to just keep on it, you know, because him being on it so much, he just reminds me of like myself when I was young, you know, so I love it. I may have been the first person to ever release a
I was
drum
gonna
kit.
say, I feel like you like really pioneered drum kits.
Yeah, I feel like well, it was a long story. This kid, some kid got a hold of my drum kit somehow. He had my drum kit and he was going around selling it to people in LA. So I kind of like I remember, and the Hit Boy was the one who told me about it, and we kind of got him in the room, and I was like, bro, where'd you get my shit from? And he was like, I'm not telling you. I'm like, bro, I'm like, all right, man. I was like, I told somebody shut the door. I'm like, yo, I went on his laptop, deleted it, and then after I went online, because I'm like, I don't know who he gave it to already. I was like, fuck it, you give it to so much people, I might as well give it to everybody, you know? So I just went online and said, yo, guys, this is like drum kit of all my sounds. Boom, here you go. And like, you know, like that was the beginning of that. I just did it for free. I didn't sell it. I just put it out there. Kind of hard.
These are hard.
I was a little ass kid in the basement just making these shit.
How old are you at this time?
2007, I was probably like 20 or 19, maybe. Some of these beats I might have to go back in on, man.
Yeah, you should bring these back.
Yeah. It sound like a Ludacris would have rapped on this back in the day or something. Yeah, this is me by myself sitting in the basement making beats. Yeah. Yeah. You won't hear it.
But it's still so legendary though.
Yeah. Yeah, that should go hard still.
Were you in the session when everybody recorded on it?
No, I wish. I think everybody was in different places doing that, but I would just keep hearing, like, as the days go by, like, oh, like, Lil Wayne jumped on it, or Kanye jumped on it. And it's like, oh, Eminem jumped on it. And I was like, whoa, this shit's crazy, man. Like insane. Some insane shit, bro. I can't even lie. That was some good times. It's kind of cool going back to these old beats and listening, though, man. They just bring back memories. This is all just me sitting in my basement making beats.
He is so crazy.
That was great.
Yeah, that's insane. How many project files do you have, you think?
Bro, I tallied it all up the other day. You know, you could like right click. I think it was like over 7,000 like project files from like 2003 till now.
That's crazy.
So it's a lot. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. One of them.
prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. I'm having a good time, they just trying to ruin it. Shout out to the fact that I'm...
Yeah.
Welcome back. How was school?
Good. So boring.
Oh, God. Just comes down here and disrupts everything, you know?
After that, you want to play American Football?
Sure. Doing something, though. Crazy kid, man. Oh, look at this. Connect 4. Oh! Oh! That's 2 in a row. She's cracking under the pressure. She's cracking. I'm in her head right now. Look at that. I'm in her head right now. This is crazy. What? What happened there? What happened there? How do you win?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn.
I told you I'm better than you. I don't know why you keep trying. And you're like,
You're lucky.
Yeah,
You were doing all that yapping. I just lost interest, bro. I didn't even care anymore. I got my wins in. She said I don't win at all, and I showed you guys.
You don't
I,
win at
what do you mean?
all.
I beat you 3 times.
That doesn't. I won the entire thing. So who cares? if
I beat you 3 times. I beat you 3 times.
I beat you 5
You lied
times.
to the camera this morning and said I don't win. I don't win any games and this and that.
Wait,
You
no,
seen
it's
it?
not 43
Seen it
times
yourself?
anymore. 3
Huh?
times.
I had a long day, man.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of
11,
stuff
12,
today.
13.
Mine's a little exhausted, you know? It's all good. Hard. Handshake.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, I'm Boi-1da, Lucid Monday. Thanks for having me. Signing out.